Yo, yo. Can you hear me?
Can you hear me, bro?
Oh, yeah, yeah. I thought you were talking for some reason.
I'm not able to hear you for some reason. Let's see, why can't I hear?
Testing. He said he'd be here in like 2 minutes, so.
Yo, yo, yo.
Can you hear me?
All right, say something, please.
Yep.
No? Still can't hear you.
Hold on.
All right, I think I hear you now.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you. I
We're
got
good.
you.
He said he'd be here in like 2 minutes, so.
All right, awesome. That works out.
Dude, The Sandlot. It's my favorite movie.
Is it really, bro? Like, I literally just watched it.
Oh, man. Dude, when I was
Yeah,
growing up, I watched it so many times.
yeah, that's hilarious. I watched it like a long time ago,
Yeah.
and then I just rewatched it. Yeah. L7 Weenie.
Dude, there's so many classic, like, just lines, and I don't know. You play ball like a girl, I'll never go away.
Yeah. No, I ain't gonna lie. That last scene had me dying laughing, bro.
Which one?
When the guy's running, Benny,
Yeah, from the
bro,
dog.
he runs for like the whole block, just running away from that dog. Oh man,
I love that
running
movie.
on.
I have a Blu-ray right there.
Oh really?
Sandlot. Too small to read though.
Nice.
Let's see. Hey.
So let me go ahead because I didn't even get a chance to look at your Google Doc. Oh, there we go. Let me see.
Hey, hey.
What's up, guys?
How's it
What's
going?
going on?
Good. How you doing?
Pretty
Good.
good. Thanks for coming on.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I'm just gonna do a quick intro real quick for anyone that watches this after.
Sweet.
So how's it going, guys? We have Victor from Boys of Summer NFTs here. Thanks for coming on. So
Absolutely. Also, Timmy Timmons from the Sandlot. You may remember me as the older brother.
we were just talking about
Now
that.
the younger brother, repeating everything I said. And of course, survivor of the Great Vacuum Cleaner Treehouse Explosion of 1962.
Oh man, it's a classic. I got my Blu-ray right there.
Oh, nice. All right. All right. I love it.
So this is the Wax
Where,
Based
where's your
Podcast.
copy, man?
You know what? I've definitely seen the movie. I was just telling Dylan I just watched it, so
Cool.
classic. But I
Yeah. Thanks for having me, guys.
Yeah, anytime. So I saw the tweet you guys did about the favorite quote of the movie. What's your favorite quote?
Mine, I mean, of course, you're killing me, Smalls is the one that everybody loves. I like when Small says, "Don't be a goofus" to himself.
that's pretty funny.
So
I honestly just like that scene where Benny's running around at the end from the dog.
That whole thing is cool, man. I mean, my favorite part though is when they're doing all the gadgets and stuff.
Yeah.
I say they, but I guess it's we.
right.
Yeah, right. You were,
Doing all the gadgets and like trying to get the ball back and everything. That's my favorite part.
yeah.
There's so many like iconic scenes. I like the bike scene when they fight.
Right. There was another scene actually with that team that was cut out of the movie.
Oh really?
Mm-hmm.
So I was wondering, why did you guys call it the Boys of Summer? Is there any specific reason?
Yeah, so that was actually the original name of the film. That was the working title on the script. And then at some point along the way, I don't know if they just didn't like the Don Henley reference or like what exactly, or if they just thought the Sandlot was a better name. But at some point, the title on the script changed from Boys of Summer to the Sandlot.
Interesting. Never knew that. So how did you get into crypto?
What got you into NFTs? Like,
Well, I've been, sort of dabbling in the crypto world for a few years now. I had a buddy of mine that was like really early onto the Bitcoin train and finally talked me into it. I wish I'd let him talk me into it earlier, but, finally convinced me. So for a few years now, I've been, getting a little bit of this, a little bit of that, getting more into it. And then really it was my partner, Grant Gelt, who played Bertram. We'd been talking about doing something with all these pictures that we had. We've got tons and tons of just behind the scenes pictures that our parents took when we were making the movie. And it's like super cool stuff, man. Like just things that nobody's ever seen before. A totally different perspective, more personal perspective on the film. So for years we've been talking about doing something with these, like what was the best way to share these with the fans. And it was actually Grant that called me, I don't know, 3 or 4 months ago when this stuff really just started going nuts out of nowhere. Called me up and he's like, man, look, what do you think about doing NFTs? Like, check it out. I hadn't even I had heard a little bit about it, but I really didn't know much, and so I started researching it. And man, it's like from the second I found out about just NFTs in general, it's like it's all I could think about. I think it's just the coolest thing ever. So that's kind of what inspired us to do this set. We took all the cards, all the pictures that we had, turned them into baseball cards because it was an obvious thing with the Sandlot. And we put together a super cool set, man. It's like they look just like the old school baseball cards that we used to collect, when I was a kid. And you can flip them over, and it's got like a little story on the back about, whatever the picture is on that card. And we're super proud of the set, man. It's very cool. It's very exciting.
I got my pre-order ready.
Huh?
I got my pre-order ready already. I'm
Yeah,
excited.
awesome. All right, yeah. But yeah, so I started getting into a little like NBA Top Shot. I think was the first thing that I got.
You a Texas fan?
Yeah, exactly.
Nice.
Yeah,
I really hope they can come out of the East this year.
dude, the Nets are tough, man.
Yeah.
That's the team that I'm worried about, man. It's the Nets. I could see that going either way, though.
Yeah.
It's like sometimes when you have too many stars like on one team, it's like it doesn't gel the right way for some reason.
Right.
So I hope that's the case with the Nets, hopefully, because they certainly could just steamroll everybody. I mean, with that roster.
They just lost LaMarcus Aldridge.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah, he just retired.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he has some sort of medical condition. So.
Yeah, I saw it was a regular heartbeat. They said.
Yeah.
So. Yeah, hopefully he's all right, man. He was awesome, man, with the Spurs and the Trailblazers before that. So,
Great player.
yeah, I wish him the best. I wish him the best, but I'm glad that he's not competing with my team anymore.
Right, exactly. Now, I wanted to ask you, as far as like creating this NFT. Obviously, you're still in contact with some of the guys who you filmed it with.
Mm-hmm.
Are you still in contact with the creators of the Sandlot? Did you have to go through them to get any sort of special permission? I'm curious, like how that works.
No. So I mean, this isn't licensed. Any kind of like licensed merchandise from the film, because all these are just our personal images. It's almost like our home video, kind of like childhood like images, so
Right.
it's our own stuff. We didn't use anything from the film, So it's all stuff that's never been seen before. And no, we do still talk to David. David Mickey Evans was the writer and the director of the Sandlot. Um, so we talked to him just to let him know what we were doing, and he's like, fully supports us. And we talk to David all the time. He's a great guy, and we're kind of all like his sons at this point. Um, so yeah, we have a great relationship with him, and he's totally supportive of it, and we sent him some free packs, So I mean, it's all good.
Right. That's awesome. That's awesome. Um, you ever think, because it just makes, you talked about a deleted scene earlier, and that's
There
one
were
of
a
those
few.
things that always crosses my mind. Like, if they still had access to something like that, and that's something you could possibly auction off as an NFT. You know?
Man, I don't understand why that stuff's not out already because just every movie I've ever seen, like on DVD or Blu-ray or whatever, it always has like the deleted scenes, and there's
Right.
been like a few different releases, anniversary releases and stuff of the Sandlot, and I don't know why they haven't added that stuff on there because there's a few. There's like a couple different things that we tried, uh, different like sort of gadgets to get the ball back that were cut out that nobody's ever seen. There was an extra scene with the Tigers, the rival baseball team. Um, there was a really cool one with all of us. Benny opening some baseball cards and kind of leads up to the scene where he hits the bust the guts out of the baseball. Um, Bunch of stuff at the beginning at the school. There's actually in the set. This is our first set, so we're calling this opening day. It's 40 uh, different unique images that we do like in three different levels of like cards, so it's 120 total, but it's 40 different pictures. And yeah, even a couple of the pictures in the beginning, so we focus in this set on like the last day of school, the first time they go to the field with Smalls, and some pre-production stuff. Mostly is what this first series is made of. But there's a couple pictures in there actually of things that were never seen in the film. There's one with Smalls sitting at his desk inside the classroom, and you can see the name, like a handwritten kind of nameplate on the front that says Smalls on it. But that was a scene that was never in the movie. So there's tons of stuff. Yeah, I don't know why they haven't released it. So yeah, maybe, man, maybe on a future drop we could partner up with the studio and get the access and release it on NFT.
That'd be sweet.
It would be super sweet.
Somebody has a picture. What's the girl's name? The lifeguard?
Wendy.
Marley. Well, in the movie it's Wendy Peppercorn.
Wendy Peppercorn, yeah. That name is iconic. I feel like if the kid with the glasses is like right next to her with a picture, that'd be hilarious.
You mean today? Like the two of them today,
Oh,
or
wow.
just from the zone?
From the set. I was thinking from the set, but yeah, even today.
We got stuff, dude. I mean, that's the thing is we had so much, like we had to figure out a way to narrow it down a little bit, and so we were like, look, let's kind of split it up. We'll group the pictures up, and if people like it, if the fans respond, then we can release more sets in the future. So yeah, this first one is just from the beginning part of the film, but like we have a whole bunch of stuff from like the pool scene. We got stuff from like the Fourth of July, the fireworks, all the getting the ball back, all the chase scene, all that kind of stuff, man. We got tons of stuff. So yeah, if people like this first set and they want us to release more, like we definitely got plenty more stuff. So yeah, there, you may see some Wendy and Squint's pictures in the future.
Did anybody like reach out to you and say you guys should build on Wax, or was that kind of a personal thing, or can you explain that a little bit?
Well, I think it made the most sense for us. Myself and Grant, uh, who really are the two that kind of drove this thing. We've been in, we're NFT heads. Like at this point, I mean, we both got a collection, and so we're kind of familiar with the um, different platforms that are out in the different marketplaces and stuff, and how it's sort of being distributed. And we thought, for a lot of reasons, um, that wax was the right place for us. Um, the guys at Atomic Hub are really awesome. They've been super helpful to us, and just that's with Tops there. They're releasing their Major League Baseball set on Monday. I think the first Major League Baseball cards come out tomorrow. You got the Street Fighter 2 on there, and the Garbage Pail Kids, and just so many different things that are on wax that sort of just felt like they fit in a weird way with us. Like, we all kind of fit together in this sort of trading card realm. And then you got the environmental impact too, and I think it just, all things considered, it made sense for us to be on wax.
For sure. Can you explain a little bit?
I think the next big step, this first sale is all U.S. dollars, just credit card, major credit card. So the real crypto heads are trying to push us to go all wax. So maybe on the next one we'll see. Maybe it'll be all wax.
Hopefully, I got my wax stacked up now.
Okay.
I don't know, man. You seem like a real crypto head to me.
Yeah, well, look, I'm not that deep into it, but I got some Doge, I got some Cardano, I got some stuff.
Word. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you go to the Mavericks games, you can pay in Bitcoin.
Yeah, I heard that, and also I just heard that the Oakland A's announced that you can get one of their luxury suites. You can get like a season ticket in a luxury box for $1 Bitcoin.
Oh wow!
Yeah. So it's I think we're past the point where it's like, is it a real thing? Is it gonna go away? Like, I think now everybody's starting to realize that like it's here to stay and it's gonna be the next thing.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, I think it's so exciting, and I think it gives so much more legitimacy because of people like you who are actually using it, and using the technology to, recreate these historic, iconic moments for a lot of people. So
cool, I appreciate that, man. I think we didn't realize, I think, when we started this project, that we were gonna sort of become like ambassadors for crypto in general, but really more specifically like the NFT space, because it is, I think for us, we were so into it as collectors first that you don't realize how many people still just are unaware of what it is, don't really understand it, or they do, but it's like kind of scary, it's like it's this new thing and it's all digital. There's nothing, you don't get anything in the real world or what, like how, like I don't understand what this is. So yeah, a lot of it I think for us has just been kind of educating people on just what NFTs are in general, which is cool for me, man, because I want everybody to collect these things, even if it's not my cards. Like, I just think there's so much potential and there's so much cool stuff happening in the NFT space that like I want everybody to get in.
I always think about like the future of blockchain and crypto and NFTs and all that, and like I feel like there's so many things you can do. Do you have any crazy ideas like that doesn't exist yet, but you think is a good idea in the future, like might happen?
Well, yeah, but I don't want to give away all my good ideas, man.
It's true.
No, it's just, dude, I think the big part of it is going to be just the gamifying aspect,
Yeah.
Especially in the very early days of it, it was kind of like, well, what's the point, And even still, I think that's going to be the big thing going forward with creators is like, well, what's the point, people are really savvy these days, man. So if you're just putting something out and you're just pumping it out just to make money, I think it's gonna be obvious, and people they're not gonna respond to it. So I think it's important to have like some meaning or function behind what it is that you're doing. That's why it was so important for us to like, not just like put out a bunch of pictures or whatever. Like, we wanted to take the time and create something cool that was gonna be something that our fans would really enjoy and cherish, and also something that would be like collectible and fun to collect. So like we're really proud of what we were able to do, and I just think I don't know. I don't want to get into specifics, but there are certain things out there where you look at it and you go, why did you do that?
Right. And you know what? That's one of the things that WAC kind of allows, because it lowers the barrier of entry so much that anybody can just shoot their shot,
Mm-hmm.
which I like to see, because like I'm not gonna throw any names out there, but some platforms it's a little harder to just get out there and play. You gotta put money in, you gotta spend, whereas WAX, it's all the way down to, if you're open minded and you want to try it out, you can,
Yeah, I mean, that's the big thing. I mean, this whole thing's supposed to be about uh, decentralization anyway, right? So it's like that's what's cool about it to me too, is just putting the power in people's hands, in the creators' hands. That's what we like. That's what kind of drew us to do this project as an NFT in the first place. Is like, like I said, for years we were talking about what to do with these things. We didn't want to just give them over to the studio or just hand them over to somebody else, and then we had no control over how that was going to be shared with the fans or anything. And we looked at this as like a way to really have a personal experience with the fans, and it's us really sharing these personal images like directly with them. So that's what was exciting about it. Is I think and with the whole NFT space, it's like anybody can get involved in it. If you have something cool or you got something to say, this is a great space where you can just put it right out there and see how people respond.
Yeah, I love it for that, and I love the fact that it empowers people like you, the artist, to sort of share their own story. Because I think that's really what gives these things value at the end of the day. It's the story behind it, and it's like you said, if you were to just hand it over to the studio, they're gonna have their perspective, but everybody coming with their own individual story, and then all the stories connecting, sort of gives like a more organic, more like legit version of what actually happened.
Yeah, cool. Yeah, I mean, yeah, that's exactly what we're going for.
What NFTs on WAX are you super interested? I know you mentioned MLB. Are you gonna participate in that?
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. Hopefully, I have better luck than with NBA Top Shot. Man, it's like I've gotten a couple of packs, but man, I get left out every time trying to get into that waiting room. It's that's a little discouraging, when you see the number of packs that are available, and then you look and you're placing lines like 250,000 something, and you're like, you just know you're not getting anything. So yeah, hopefully, I have some better luck with the MLB. I'm excited about Funko. They just, they announced they're coming to WAX. So I don't know what that's going to look like. I guess maybe like a trading card set type thing, or I don't know if it's just going to just straight up be like single bobblehead, their little pop figures. But I dig that. I got a couple back here on my bookshelf behind me. I like Funko. So I'm looking forward to that. And of course, everybody, who doesn't love Garbage Pail Kids and Street Fighter 2? I even got a couple Leonard Nimoy shards.
This is off WAX, but have you heard of Blankos? If you're an NFT fan, you might like Blankos.
No.
No, it's like a AAA video game that's been it's been in the works for years, but it's gonna hit console. It's on PC right now in the beta, but it's
really?
Yeah, all the in-game characters are pretty much NFTs. So you have like a shelf. It's kind of hard to explain, but you have a shelf of like all your in-game characters that you actually play with, and then
That's really awesome.
You can add all accessories like sunglasses and all the
Right.
accessories. I think are NFTs as well.
Yeah, I mean that's awesome, man. That's exactly like what I was talking about. It's like the function of it, It's like the there's limitless potential with this stuff, man.
Pretty much.
And I think the gamification part of it is going to be huge, because it gives you an obvious thing to do with it. It's like you can have these items in your game that are unique to you, and like show them off to your friends, and all that stuff. I think that's going to be a big part of it. Is like, well, how do I show off? Like, you know,
Especially if there's like a
I don't want to just give everybody my wallet, a link to my wallet, and then you know, and then you're just scrolling through. It's like there's got to be more fun, more interactive stuff to like display these things or to, you know, turn it into a game. That's what I'm looking forward to, is just seeing all the new like innovation that's going to be coming out with this stuff.
right. A lot of people don't realize how early it is still. I don't think it's very early.
Dude, I mean, it's brand new. It went from like nothing to a multi-billion-dollar industry just in like a couple of months. It's pretty incredible to watch.
Can you explain the?
Switch kind of turned on. I think more and more people are actually getting it because, you know, it's like you said. I think some people kind of look at it as like, oh, people are just trying to do a money grab, and for people like that, I always say, look, you're putting out content. At the end of the day, you're a content creator. So let's just say, for example, like I liked the movie, and I wasn't an actor. I didn't do anything like that, but I just created a meme with a particular, you know, scene from the movie, and that goes super viral, and that gets retraded over and over and over again. You know, that's what's possible now. So it's everybody building off of everybody else. It's actually the opposite of like one party taking advantage of others. It's sharing and sharing and sharing and sharing. So,
Yeah, no, man, that's what's exciting about it, man. It's like it's been sort of democratized, and it's like the people will let you know, the market will let you know, man. If it's not cool,
right.
it's not gonna go anywhere. And if it's really great, it's just gonna get circulated and it's gonna get bigger and bigger. So, nah, man, it's super exciting what's going on in this space right now.
Who would you like to see personally get into this space? If you could pitch them and be like, hey, you know, I haven't seen you do anything with NFTs, but I'm a fan.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, like, nope. I mean, you know, it's so early. It's like nobody's in on this stuff yet. But like, I mean, I'm a huge football fan. For me, like all my, you know, I'm a sports fan in general, but I'm always football first. So I'd love to see some NFL stuff in there. That would be super dope. I can't imagine it's gonna be very long until we see them involved. But and then also just like a lot. I mean, I don't know, man. My mind goes in so many different directions when I start thinking about this stuff. It's so exciting. But like, I'd like to see more musicians getting involved too. I think there's a lot of potential there.
Definitely. You play music? I notice all the guitars on the wall.
I do, yeah.
Or those aren't even guitars, are they? Those are
Ukuleles or something?
That's that's a ukulele. That's a quattro right there. And then those are all guitars down there in the bottom. Yeah, man, I play. I'm not as much as I used to. You know, I was in bands and stuff when I was younger, but it's been a while since I've done that.
So, I'm gonna share my screen real quick. Do you want to explain like the rarities of the cards? I'm just gonna go to the website.
Yeah, absolutely. So we did, like I said, it was 40 different pictures, and each one we do in 3 rarity levels. So you got your base level. So for every random pull from the packs, each card, there's a 79% chance of getting the base, 19% chance of doing the foil. And so for the foil, we have like this cool like animation, like it's like this embossed foil kind of thing that goes over it. And a couple little design changes, you know, in the front, a little more flashy. And then there's a 2% chance of getting the signature level, which to me are just like so super dope. I really love the signature cards. It's funny. My partner actually said his favorite are the base cards. So I'm like, great. Well, when we open our packs, well, I'll trade you. You give me all your signatures. I'll give you the bases. But the signatures are like super dope, man. It's got like a gold frame, you know, instead of like the regular one. And then it's got the finish that goes over it, and also the signature shows up. And there are 7 of us that are involved in this project. So it's me, Shane Obuzinski, who played my little brother Tommy. You got Grant Gelt that played Bertram, Marty York, yeah. Chauncey Leopardi that played Squints, Brandon Adams that played De Nunez, and Scotty Smalls, Tom Gyrie. So of the 7 of us, whoever is in that picture their signature is also on there. So there are some that like all 7 of our signatures are on the card. There's a Beast signature card, which is very cool. So those are the ones that I'm most excited about are the signature cards. But they're all super dope, man. I mean, like I said, we kind of based it off like um, the older style trading cards, like that kind of look that of what we were collecting when we were kids, those old Topps cards and stuff. So I don't know, I couldn't be more proud of it, man. I'm really excited.
Do you have any one baseball card that sticks out to you the most that you think's
I
worth a
mean, for
lot?
me, honestly, I think the hot ticket's gonna be that Beast, the Beast signature card, man. But I also really like, we have some really like true behind the scenes kind of stuff in there, um, from like pre-production and stuff like that. Um, One of my favorite cards in the set is it's a shot of the treehouse and Mr. Myrtle's house being built. So you see, like, there's like no fence over on Mr. Myrtle's side. You can see the whole junk yard, backyard area is like totally clean. The house is all just brand. It's like unpainted wood. You see the tree house on the other side that's also like being built because all that stuff was built from the ground up. None of that was there when they started getting ready for the film. So they built both of those houses from the ground, and then that tree they brought from the other side of town and planted it there, covered it with thousands of plastic leaves, and then built the treehouse in
Man, it's a lot of work.
it. Yeah, yeah, I know, but I guess you think it would have been easier to try to just find something similar, but I guess David had a very specific vision of how he wanted everything to look, and so they just built it.
I mean, it paid off. I love
Um,
that. I love the treehouse scene, the s'more scene.
that's a great scene, man. That treehouse was so much fun. I have a lot of great memories about the treehouse. So that's probably my other one of my other favorite cards is like there's really great interiors of the treehouse. Um, and I could just look at that all day, man, because it brings so many memories back. We would sneak off and play in the treehouse, and whenever we could, in between takes and stuff. In between scenes when they were setting up or whatever, we would all go sneak off and we'd all go and just hang out and play in the treehouse. We weren't supposed to be in there because it was a hot set, and so we'd be picking up the toys and picking up the things that were on the wall and then later they would have to go back and try to figure out where everything was, put everything back. So you could definitely there's like things that move around in that treehouse during the movie because we were always in there playing with stuff.
So it says right here on the website there's 15 hours left. Do you want to explain how people can pre-order and all that stuff?
Yeah, absolutely. So yeah, sale ends tonight at midnight. Um, and you go on there. It's for those that aren't totally familiar with wax or NFTs, sort of in general. With any crypto stuff, you got to have a wallet. You need a digital wallet. So you go sign up for your wax wallet. We have a link on our website that'll let you just do that directly from there. They're free, and then your wax wallet becomes your little digital album. So if you get your any other cards, anything else that's there on wax, they're all going to go get stored in that same wallet. And then once you have your wallet, that's it, man. You just you link it up, you sign in, and add the packs to your cart. You use a regular credit card, no crypto involved, and buy the packs that you want. And at 12:01 tomorrow morning, all the packs will be delivered. They'll all be airdropped into everybody's wallets, and we gave ourselves an extra day just in case if there's any tech stuff because we've seen some of the other drops having major problems. So we wanted to make sure that everything went smoothly. So tomorrow all the packs will drop, and then on Tuesday the 20th is when you can open the packs. And all the cards are pre-minted, so it's not you don't have to rush to be like the first person to open your pack. Um, or anything like that. It's all pre-minted, so everybody's got a chance to get that number one or whatever it is that you're trying to get. If there's some lucky number or something you want to pull, everybody's got a chance at that.
Yeah, I really like that. Honestly, I like that. Everything's pre-minted. What made you guys decide to go that route?
Well, I mean, like I said, we're fans. Also, we're collectors. So, just from our point of view, that was the best way to do it because it's like I've been there when I'm like trying to open my pack and I click on something and then like it takes a minute to load and then I gotta like reload the page and now all of a sudden it's like a couple minutes have gone by and I know everybody else has been opening it and you're like sweating and it's like I don't know. We just thought it was more fun to do it this way and give everybody a chance, at being able to get those low mints.
So, boysofsummer.cards, if we haven't mentioned that yet, that's where you can get the packs.
Yeah, I think it's probably important. I should have probably mentioned the website is boysofsummer.cards. And there's like I said, man, there's a lot of stuff that we still have that we haven't released. So, if people are into it, then yeah, we'll be doing a series 2. We'll be doing the pool scene, and we'll be doing 4th of July probably. I guess would be probably the target for series 2. So, we'll see.
Another iconic scene that I love the fireworks scene in that movie.
The firework scene is great, man. That's a lot of people's favorite part of the movie. It's one of my favorites for sure. Yeah, that was really cool, and then it was even cool to film, because we were on this schedule for 3 months where we're showing up on set every day at the same time and leaving at pretty much the same time, and then this was like a total shift. So we had this kind of like weird turnaround where we had some extra time off because they were going to bring us in at night and then film a whole thing at night. So we started with the scene in the neighborhood when they're having like the block party, and they're running down and Ham's grabbing food off the tables and all the sparklers are going off. So that was the first thing we shot just as it was starting to get dark, and then we went from there straight to the Sandlot and filmed all that night stuff. It was really cool.
Anything else you want to add, Cody, before we head out? Still here?
Yeah. I'm honestly just super excited to check it out. Super interested to see how everything plays out. I know this is series 1, so hey, there's going to be plenty of other series, and then also we didn't talk about it, but maybe future collaborations, might make sense. I don't know, with other iconic movie stars. I don't know. I'm curious to see how it all plays out because
I am, man.
Yeah,
I am too. We've definitely, that's been a topic of conversation of doing some cool collabs in the future. So yeah, that's something that's definitely gonna happen. So I'm very excited about this whole world, man. I love this NFT stuff, and I'm very excited, just like you, man, to see where it goes.
All right. Well, we are running out of time. We have a limited version of Zoom, so I guess that pretty much wraps everything up we wanted to cover, though.
Awesome. Yeah.
So thanks so much.
Thanks a lot for having me, guys. I appreciate it.
Yeah. Thank you.
Cool.
Have a good one.
Yeah. You too.
boysofsummer.cards. If you're interested, make sure to pre-order your packs now. There's $10 packs and $25 packs.